It's Joe here on behalf of Fighting Pride. I'm with Mr. Sauerland. How are you, sir?
Very well, thank you.
Good. Last week, World Boxing Super Series started off with a bang, didn't it?
Yeah, it was a great first weekend. Great event, great production, great fight, and ultimately a great winner, great performance. Usyk is someone who is definitely going to go on to be a big star in this sport.
Yeah. And Callum Smith and Eric Scudland on the weekend. Do you think Callum's overlooking his opponent?
No, I don't think so at all. I think both guys, have never been in at this level, not just this level of event, but also this level of opponent. One is the number one in the world, one is the number two in the world. One is WBC, the other one IBF. I think this is the moment where both guys find out what all these years of hard work, what's the result. And Saturday night, I think you're going to see a great fight between two guys who have been built up as the next big thing in their countries.
Yeah.
So Saturday night, they both for the first time go in at this level. We'll see. So as anyone who's making predictions is either knows the fighter very well or is very bold.
And the Super Series, when it was created, did you look at the Super 6 a few years ago? Was that an inspiration?
Yeah, it was. I mean, the Super 6 was something that was put together with myself, with Showtime, with ARD, the channel in Germany. It was, it had big positives. Carl Froch, Andre Ward, products of that tournament, went on to become pay-per-view stars in their markets. But it took too long, and there were some ridiculous decisions made. I'm not putting any figures at anything. But after the first few fights, it wasn't run by anyone. It was run by the boxers and the managers and the promoters. I'm also not saying that I wasn't a guilty party there, but ultimately the control around a tournament, especially in boxing, has to be from a neutral party. And that's where the World Boxing Super Series have a setup where there is a neutral company that's behind it, a company called Camosa, which is mainly formed by two shareholders, which is Modern Times Group, one of the biggest broadcasters, entertainment companies in the market, esports, things like that, stock listed company, and the second company, the major shareholder is Highlight Event and Entertainment, which is looking after things in that family, like the Champions League of football, Constantine Film, these sort of things. So very, very big shareholders. But it helps not just that they put made the financial structure to allow the tournament to happen, but also the decision making is it's very neutral. So there's no favourites. There's no that's Kelle's fighter or that's this promoter's fighter or whatever. It's a very neutral position, and you can see it in the fact that I think we've worked with 9 different promoters to put together the 16 fighters. So. There's a lot of stuff going into the ecosystem of boxing. It's not that World Boxing Super Series is trying to take over. They're not trying to be promoters. They're not trying to take fighters. They're basically adding into the world of boxing. And that's something that's spectacular for everyone from a top dog to a kid starting out. It puts money into the interest into the industry.
And are ITV going to own the UK television rights for the whole tournament?
That's correct. Yeah, season 1 is with ITV, and that's our partner for the first season, which is great. I mean, it's obviously probably the biggest broadcaster in Western Europe, commercial broadcaster. It's a partner that we believe gives us the platforms to go out and show all the fights. This weekend is on free-to-air. It's on ITV4. I think that's a fantastic start. It's great exposure for the tournament. And I think we'll go on from there. A lot of stuff will be also available free. There will be pay-per-view fights. That's the way boxing works. That's the way boxing always has worked. But there'll be a lot of free content, shoulder programming. So the sort of side series are absolutely spectacular. I mean, absolutely spectacular. If you haven't seen the Hook Usyk side programming, definitely get a look at that. And I think from today the Smith Scotland programs are available as well, and the website's got a lot of it. So go to worldboxingsuperseries.com.
And George Graves, your fighter, seeded number 1. You must be delighted for him. Now he's won his world title.
Yeah, I mean, obviously the journey with George has been It's been a great one, a roller coaster ride, yeah. No, it's great. You know, George is a great guy. He's got a great family around him, great people around him. That's the key to success. Great, you know, he's got a lovely wife. He's obviously a proud father now as well, but he's grounded, you know, and you can see that he's got spring in his step now. Obviously, he's just become super champion, but he's the man to beat in the division. You know, people talk about this fighter, that fighter. Well, you know, George Groves is the man now to beat at super middleweight. It's as simple as that, you know. That will be the case in this tournament. You know, he's now suddenly gone from the hunter to the hunted overnight.